You look cute though. I'll delete it. Don't worry. I know
I
you
always
look.
look cute. Oh, that looks ridiculous.
No, you look very handsome. Hello, TV family. Welcome back to Ted and Vero TV. My name is Veronica, and this is my husband.
Hi, I'm Ted.
Thank you guys so much for joining us again on another episode of Ted and Vero TV. It is always an honor to have you here.
Yeah.
Before we begin, we just want to remind you to like and to subscribe to this channel. If you've been enjoying our content, like and subscribe. So the topic we are going to discuss today is how to hang on to your dreams even after marriage. We chose this topic because we realize that a lot of times after we get into marriage, for many of us who are married right now, we realize that one or the other will forget about their dreams. When I speak of dreams, I speak of aspirations that you had growing up or aspirations that you had when you were single prior to you getting married. We get married and we forget about who we are and what we've always wanted to do. And that, I believe, affects the way we are in our marriages.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for instance, when it comes to, the dream of going back to school, the dream of building a company, what I mean, we sometimes sit there and remember the things that, when I was younger, I wanted to do this. I never got to do it because I got married, I had children, and I forgot about them.
And you feel regret.
Yes, you do. So we wanted to just shed a light on that and to remind you not to forget about yourself when you enter into the marriage.
Yeah. You actually have to take care of yourself
Mhm.
to take care of your spouse.
Yes.
If you're not happy, it's going to come out and
Mhm.
your spouse is going to feel that and it's going to affect the entire marriage. So self-care is super important, and being true to yourself and following the dreams that you've had is part of that. One of the reasons why people resist getting married, especially too young, so to speak, is because they're afraid of this very thing.
Mhm.
They feel like they need to first go to school and they first need to, achieve this dream. It's like, well, I have this band, and I want to take it to the top. And if I get married, that's going to inhibit the band and all these things. I think that is a little bit out of order and priority and being kind of afraid of things that are sort of a non-issue. I mean, I'm as realistic as anybody, but I kind of feel like putting off marriage and children and these things, if God has placed that in your life, isn't really the wisest choice. So enter into marriage with confidence, and as long as you and your partner have a shared vision together and you've communicated what your dreams are and what it is you want to build together, then you'll actually have a better support system when you go about chasing your dream.
Exactly. Well said, honey. It is so important not to forget about yourself and what you've always wanted to do. If you need to talk to your partner about it, when Ted and I got married, we sat down and we wrote down, which is something that is very good. Write down what you've always wanted to do. Let him write his as well. So we sat down and wrote down what we wanted to do, what I wanted to do, what he wanted to do. Completely different things. But at the same time, because we find ourselves in the Lord, everything comes together so harmonically.
Yeah.
It is not to the extreme of us losing ourselves to the world, you know what I mean? But it comes together in a way that we glorify God. So I plan on eventually going back to school. Ted has his plans as well, but we talk about it, we come together, we draw a plan. Okay, this time you do this time you do this, you know what I mean? And so that we are not overwhelmed when it comes to making the daily means of life. We take care of the things that we need to take care of, we focus on our dreams as well. So your dreams are still valid. Yes, I want to say that your dreams are still valid in marriage, and your dreams are what makes you you. You know what I mean? The reason why your partner probably fell in love with you is because of the ambitions that you have,
Yeah.
the things that you want to do, the things that you aspire to be,
Yeah.
that's probably why he fell in love with you. So
Yeah.
don't lose that. It's too amazing for you to lose that, So keep that in mind. If your dream is something that, like Ted said, playing in a band and music sometimes will take you to travel. So sit down with your partner and come up with a plan. Okay, honey, I want to be a musician, but at the end of the day, I'm going to have to travel a lot. We are going to travel a lot. Discuss it. And if truly your partner and you are on the same level and deeply connected spiritually, there will be a level of understanding when it comes to, allowing each other to experience, what is inside of you, and you come to a greater understanding, so it's so vital not to forget about the dreams that God has given you. You are only doing yourself an injustice if you do that, and you are also doing your children an injustice, because you realize a lot of parents talking about, oh, when I was younger, I wanted to go here, be that, and I couldn't do it. And then so you see the children growing up and say like, well, my mom wanted to be a nurse and she couldn't do it, so I'm living my mom's dream for her, And I feel like it's an injustice also to our children to allow them to live our dreams. You know what I mean? Allow your children to also live their own dreams. Especially, I say this because in a lot of the African communities, the things that our parents couldn't do is what we are doing. Sometimes it's amazing, but sometimes too, it limits the creative mindset of our children, because it's like, okay, I want to please my parents, I want to do what they couldn't do, let me live out their dreams for them, and you are doing your children an injustice. So if you have to make your dream a reality, do that, so that when you have your children, they can also make the dreams that God has given them a reality as well.
And by pursuing your dreams too, you also are possibly breaking a cycle of broken dreams and abandoned dreams that generation after generation, it just goes down the line. And you wake up one day and you think about, well, who were my parents and who were their parents and their parents and what were their dreams, and why has the entire history of our families always been poverty and regret and limitation and all these things. So test the boundaries of your comfort zone. A lot of married couples, they are in a comfort zone and they feel like if one or the other pursues their dream, it's going to threaten their marriage. Say, someone's wife wants to go into journalism or something like that. But the husband is so comfortable with the status quo that he feels like if she goes out, goes to college and enters that realm, somehow their marriage is going to be threatened because she's going to meet new people and get funny ideas in her head and maybe decide that, hey, this marriage isn't really for me. And then on and on it goes from there. Well, I understand the fear, and it's not like those kinds of things don't happen, but I truly believe that if the marriage is strong, if the communication is there, and if you are building something together, you have to have a vision together. You have to have a vision that you're building together as a married couple, and you also have to have a communicated vision about what your individual aspirations are. And if you're building together, if you're communicating, and if you have that bedrock foundational love in that marriage, I think pursuing your dreams are only going to further strengthen the marriage.
Amen.
It's really about letting go so that you can have. Too many people try to hang on way too tightly, and the harder they hang on, the faster their relationships slip through their fingers. So relax, let go, and dive in and do it fearlessly together. Really, we're designed to advance and build and achieve. It's just in our DNA. And when we're doing that, we're growing. Anthony Robbins is a motivational speaker that a lot of people know. But one of the phrases he was famous for was, if you're not growing, you're dying. And there's a lot of truth to that. If you're not growing together in your marriage is dying. If you're not growing individually, you are dying individually. And since you're a whole, your marriage is dying there too.
It is very important to stay focused. Like I said, writing down your plans and what you want to do is so important. It will help you to see the vision very clearly. There's a scripture in Colossians chapter 3, verse 23 to 24. It says, whatever you do, work at it with all your heart. It says, as working for the Lord, not for human masters, since you know that you will receive an inheritance from the Lord as a reward. It is the Lord Christ you are serving. So pursuing your dream and going after them is as though you are doing it for the Lord. So let that encourage you, let that sink in within yourself, and let that allow you to go forward, to push through. I know sometimes it's not easy. When children come in, it's very, very difficult to chase your dreams.
Yeah.
But once their children are growing, you know what I mean? If you have to wake up at 5 a.m., whilst the kids are asleep, to start drawing out the plan of your business, it's been done before, so it is doable. A lot of times I know that sometimes our strength fail us, and health also fail us, and we are not able to push them. But I pray for strength in your body today. I pray that the Lord releases a new vision, a new dream. If you have lost your dream, may that dream be released into your body right now, and may you come to another level. May you be fruitful and multiply, not just in childbearing, but also in dreams and vision and manifestation. I thank the Lord for your life today, and I pray that all the things that we have talked about today will come to pass in your life. Do not give up on your dream. You are loved so much, and you are more than a conqueror. We appreciate you. Thank you so much for joining us today on another episode of Ted and Vero TV. Again, we will see you next time. Have a great day.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.